I'm not going to play with snakes because they bite. I work with credit card companies, and our firm does every day, and I know what scum they are. And I know what problems they present, and I know what all the crap that comes around when stuff doesn't get paid, and the billing cycles that they change, and they move something by 4 days on when they decide to post your check so they can back charge you through the whole month for the interest. And then you got to go fight with them over all of that.
Hey there, welcome back to Finance Zoom channel. Today, I'm here to reveal the hidden truths about credit cards. Dave Ramsey has seen firsthand the tricks credit card companies play, the headaches they cause, and why swiping that plastic might not be the wisest move. Stick around as I uncover these secrets.
On top of all of that, I use cash for a lot of things because there's tons of studies that show that when you actually spend cash, you spend 12 to 18% less than you do when using plastic.
Dave Ramsey emphasizes that using cash for transactions can lead to spending 12 to 18% less than plastic. As a financial expert, he frequently outlines why using credit cards might not be the best choice for many individuals. Here are some of the primary arguments against using credit cards from his perspective. 1. Debt spiral. Ramsey underlines how credit cards can swiftly spiral individuals into a cycle of debt, using an example that underscores this predicament. Imagine making a $100 purchase using a credit card with a high interest rate. If you can't promptly pay off that $100, the unpaid balance incurs interest, let's say at a rate of 20% annually. Within a month, that balance snowballs to $120 with added interest. If only the minimum payment is made, typically a small fraction of the total, the rest $100 continues to accrue interest, compounding the problem. This snowball effect grows the balance to $125 or more in the subsequent month, assuming no further purchases are made. In this cycle, more money goes toward interest than the principal amount, perpetuating the debt loop. This demonstrates how even a seemingly small purchase can rapidly inflate in cost, trapping you in a cycle of increasing debt due to interest accumulation on credit cards.
When you use cash, it activates the pain centers of the brain. When you use plastic, nothing happens. No brain. But it's just like flatline, right? And so what it amounts to is you emotionally experience buying something and have a tendency to spend less when you spend cash. Visualize, everybody listening right now, a $100 bill in your hand leaving your hand. Oh, God! Right?
2. Impulse spending. Absolutely. Regarding our spending habits, Dave Ramsey touches upon a fascinating neurological twist. Think of swiping that plastic as a ninja move, swift and seemingly painless. Unlike using physical cash, no tangible exchange, and no immediate sensation is signaling the departure of your hard-earned money. It's like a silent transaction that might seem harmless at first glance. But here's where it gets tricky. The painless act of swiping a credit card can be a bit of a double-edged sword. On one side, it's super convenient, but on the flip side, it can easily lead to impulse spending. With that plastic card in hand, you're disconnected from the real feeling of money leaving your wallet. And that's where the danger lurks. This detachment from the physical transaction makes losing track of your spending easier. You might make spur-of-the-moment purchases without feeling the immediate impact on your wallet. It's like the ouch moment you get when using cash is missing, making it simpler to overspend without realizing it.
You're misbehaving with money, and then you come off as prideful and arrogant about how you can handle your credit cards because you pay them off every month when 78% don't, and even those that do overspend, especially those of you with airline miles. It's the biggest scam in freaking history. It's the cigarette of the financial world.
3. Trap of overspending. The allure of credit cards can create a scenario where you will find yourself trapped in overspending, often without fully realizing the implications until it's too late. Let's delve deeper into this argument to gain a comprehensive understanding of the risks associated with easy access to credit. The convenience of credit cards is undeniable. They offer a straightforward means to make online and offline purchases, and the promise of deferred payments can be particularly enticing. This allure is where the danger lies. With a credit card, you're essentially postponing the financial reckoning. which can lead to a false sense of security and immediate gratification. It's easy to rationalize spending beyond your means, thinking, "I'll handle the bills later." The trouble with this mindset is that it can create a slippery slope. Even if you're diligent about paying off your credit card balance in full each month, the perks associated with credit card usage can subtly encourage you to spend more. Those enticing rewards, like airline miles or cashback bonuses, can be a constant temptation, pushing you to make purchases you might not have considered otherwise. Before you know it, your budget is stretched thin, and your credit card balance swells. This habit of overspending, even if it begins modestly, can rapidly snowball into a substantial debt that becomes increasingly challenging to manage. It's like stepping into a financial whirlwind where the debt continues to mount despite your best efforts to regain control. The more you owe, the harder it becomes to break free from the cycle. The worst part is that the financial consequences of this overspending aren't limited to the immediate term. Interest rates on credit card balances can be exorbitant, compounding the debt over time. What seemed like a manageable expense can quickly spiral into an overwhelming financial burden, leaving you in a precarious situation where it becomes difficult to meet your everyday needs, let alone save for the future or invest in long-term goals. It's vital to be aware of the potential traps they represent. Exercising self-discipline and prudence in your financial choices is crucial to avoid falling into the abyss of overspending. 4. Derailing financial plans and goals. Dave Ramsey emphasizes how credit cards can significantly impact your budgeting and goal achievement. He promotes a cash-based budgeting system, highlighting that credit cards can complicate this approach by enabling spending beyond your predetermined budget, potentially steering your financial plans off course. Additionally, he often underlines the psychological aspect of credit card use, pointing out that while cash transactions immediately impact your mind, making you more conscious of your spending, credit card use can desensitize you to the actual cost of purchases. This emotional disconnect from spending can hinder your ability to stick to a budget and achieve your financial goals. 5. Hidden fees and penalties. Lastly, a crucial drawback of credit cards that cannot be overlooked is the presence of hidden fees and penalties. Despite their apparent convenience, credit cards often come with concealed costs, such as annual charges and penalties for late payments. Although not immediately apparent, these hidden expenses can significantly amplify the overall cost of using credit. Late payment penalties, for instance, have the potential to escalate rapidly, leading to a substantial increase in the amount you owe and negatively impacting your credit score. Additionally, seemingly trivial annual charges accumulate over time, further contributing to the long-term expense of credit card usage. This lack of transparency in fees can impose a substantial financial burden, especially on those unaware or unprepared for these additional costs. Recognizing and understanding these hidden fees and penalties is of utmost importance in making informed financial decisions, as they can significantly influence your overall financial well-being.
Start your journey to being debt-free. No more credit cards. No more debt. It's time to change. What you're doing isn't working.
It's crucial to understand the potential downsides that could seriously impact your financial health when it comes to using credit cards. Overspending with credit cards might seem harmless initially. Still, it can quickly lead to a tangled web of debt that's tough to untangle. The perks and deferred payments might make overspending easy, but it's a trap that can strain your finances. To avoid falling into this trap, it's important to be vigilant, set clear spending limits, and always keep track of your credit card balance. Crafting a budget protects against the risks associated with credit card usage. This involves outlining your income and expenses by defining a specific allocation for credit card spending. Sticking to this budget is fundamental. It's your blueprint for financial discipline and a bulwark against falling into excessive debt. Being mindful of your spending habits is essential. Regularly assess your purchases, distinguishing between wants and needs. Make informed choices by considering each expense's necessity and long-term financial impact. Such conscious decision-making will empower you to navigate the hazards of credit card debt, ultimately paving the way for a more secure and stable financial future. What do you think about this topic? Let me know in the comments section below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Finance Soon channel. I'll see you in the next video.